Forget everything you think you know about Dragon Ball OVA canon. We're about to expose the surprising truth behind these often debated side stories and how they truly fit or don't fit into the official Dragon Ball timeline. Some long-held fan theories might be challenged today. Hey, how's it going? My name is Raf and welcome to Dragon Ball Code, the place where all we do is talk about Dragon Ball. And today we're going deep into the Dragon Ball OVA canon dilemma. For decades, OVAs like Bardock, the father of Goku, episode of Bardock, and Plan to Eradicate the Saiyans have created confusion about what is canon and what isn't. So let's break down why these stories matter, how they fit into Dragon Ball history, and whether they count as part of the official timeline. The first thing we need to understand is what canon actually means in Dragon Ball. According to Consensu, Dragon Ball does not follow a strict canon system. Instead, the closest thing to official canon is anything written or directly supervised by Akira Toriyama, with the manga being the core source. Many OVAs, however, were created by Toei Animation without Toriyama's full involvement. That's where the confusion begins. Fans often treat OVAs as real because they feel so natural and expand the world, especially with characters like Bardock. But technically, unless Toriyama created the story or later adopted the idea, OVAs are not part of the manga's continuity. To understand why this debate exists, we need to look at the OVAs themselves. Bardock, the father of Goku, introduced Bardock for the very first time in 1990. This was not based on any manga chapter. Toei came up with the entire story. Still, the OVA was so popular that Toriyama later acknowledged Bardock in the manga before fully redesigning him in Dragon Ball -. Then we have Episode of Bardock, a 2011 OVA where Bardock becomes a Super Saiyan. That story was based on a short manga by Naho Oishi, not Toriyama. Because of that, and because it contradicts modern material, it is not considered canon. According to Consensu, neither the original Bardock OVA nor Episode of Bardock is part of the canon timeline. The same is true for the OVA Plan to Eradicate the Saiyans, which was originally created to promote a video game. Even though these specials introduced memorable characters and big moments, they were never confirmed by Toriyama as part of the main story. Everything changed once Dragon Ball Super came into the picture, when Toriyama returned to write new material such as Battle of Gods, Resurrection F, Dragon Ball Super, and Dragon Ball Super Broly. Many old OVA ideas were rewritten or replaced. Bardock is the best example. In Dragon Ball - and Broly, Toriyama's Bardock is calmer, more thoughtful, and more focused on protecting Goku. This completely overwrites the original OVA, which showed Bardock as a hardened rebel warrior with psychic powers. Super also ignores Episode of Bardock completely. Even so, I think the emotional impact of the Bardock OVA influenced how the new Bardock was presented. Fans loved the original portrayal, so I think Toei and Toriyama kept the spirit of that character even while changing the details. Because of these contradictions, many fans treat OVAs as alternate timelines or what-if worlds. And honestly, that makes sense. Dragon Ball already has confirmed branching timelines. Future Trunks alone proves this. So even though Consensu says the OVAs are not officially labeled as alternate timelines, thinking of them that way helps everything fit together. I think OVAs work best when we see them as special side stories that show interesting possibilities Toriyama didn't explore in the manga. They allow things like Super Saiyan Bardock, time travel twists, and other villains without hurting the main continuity. So what does the future look like for OVA canon? Based on how the franchise has handled things so far, anything is possible. Broly went from a non-canon movie villain to an official character because Toriyama rewrote him. Bardock went from a Toei-only creation to an important figure in Minus and Broly. This shows that if fans love an idea, it might return in a new canon-friendly form later. I think we might see OVA elements reimagined again, maybe not exactly as before, but in a way that fits modern Dragon Ball. Even if they never return officially, OVAs will always matter. They shaped how fans see Saiyans, Goku's family, and the history of the Dragon Ball universe. Their legacy is bigger than their canon status. What do you think is the real place of Dragon Ball OVAs in the official story? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.